The 60s and 70s were a wild ride for the auto world. Big engines, crazy styling, and zero concern for rules. But some cars pushed the envelope so far that governments, safety boards, and even the automakers themselves said, "Nope, shut it down." These 7 machines got the axe before they could dominate the streets. Some were legends in the making, others were disasters waiting to happen. But all of them share one thing in common. You weren't allowed to drive them. Buckle up. We're about to dig into the banned beasts of the golden era of horsepower.
Make sure to subscribe and smash the like button.
Number 7. In 1975, Canadian-American entrepreneur Malcolm Bricklin rolled out the SV1, short for Safety Vehicle 1. The idea was revolutionary. A sleek sports car built with safety as its top priority. It had gull-wing doors, impact-absorbing bumpers, and a rust-proof acrylic fiberglass body. Bricklin marketed it as the car that could save your life while still looking cool. Ironically, the SV1 stumbled at the very thing it promised: safety. It failed to meet several safety and emissions regulations in different markets, making it illegal to sell in key places. Combine that with poor build quality, an anemic engine for its weight, and sky-high production costs, and the SV1 was doomed. Today, the Bricklin is a collector's oddity, a reminder that good intentions don't always translate to roadworthy results, especially when your safety car gets banned for not being safe enough. Number 6. The 1973 Chevrolet Chevelle Laguna 454 was pure muscle car theater. Long hood, aggressive stance, and a monstrous 7.4-liter big block V8 under the hood. It was built for speed and style, not subtlety. The Laguna 454 could devour quarter miles with ease, but its timing couldn't have been worse. By the early 70s, the U.S. government was tightening emissions and crash safety regulations. The Laguna's carbureted big block failed to meet new smog rules without sacrificing too much performance, and its body design didn't fully comply with stricter crash standards. GM could have re-engineered it, but the cost and the changing market, with insurance rates skyrocketing for muscle cars, sealed its fate. The 1973 Laguna 454 was gone almost as quickly as it arrived, becoming a symbol of the moment muscle cars met the reality of the post-horsepower era. Number 5. Converting a 1972 Porsche 917 for road use. The Porsche 917 was a legendary race car that dominated tracks like Le Mans with its breakneck speed and raw power. So what happens when you say, "Hey, let's put this beast on the road"? Well, the answer is instant controversy. In 1972, several of these race cars were converted for road use, turning heads and making jaws drop. But there was one big problem. They were too fast. Seriously, these cars made regular road trips look like a Sunday drive. European road safety authorities weren't ready, and road-legal versions of the Porsche 917 were banned in most countries. Why? Imagine going over 200 miles an hour on a normal road with no guardrails, no racing suit, and a speed limit sign laughing at you. It was a recipe for disaster. So while the 917 conquered the racetrack, it was deemed too brash for the road. In short, a racing car that refused to be a tamer. Road legal in spirit, but illegal in law. The 917 remains a symbol of speed, power, and how often the authorities say no to crazy, fast cars. Number 4. 1970 Plymouth Superbird. The Plymouth Superbird was the wild stallion of NASCAR. With its towering rear wing and sleek aerodynamic nose cone, it was built to dominate the racetracks at breakneck speeds. But here's the kicker. The Superbird wasn't just a race car. Plymouth made a limited number for the street to meet NASCAR's homologation rules. That meant you could actually buy one and show off that giant wing in your neighborhood. Sounds cool, right? Well, not for long. NASCAR caught wind that these street versions were giving others a headache. So they changed the rules to keep the Superbird out of future races. But the drama didn't stop there. At the state level, these road-going rockets faced a barrage of safety restrictions. The towering wing? Too tall for some garages and tunnels. The long nose made parking and tight turns a nightmare. Plus, certain crash safety rules tightened up, and the Superbird just didn't check all the boxes. So, while it wasn't officially banned everywhere, many states effectively sidelined it from public roads with strict rules and fines. The Superbird's reign on the streets was short-lived, but its legend soared high, proving sometimes being too fast and too weird for the road comes with a price. Number 3. 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona Street Version. The Dodge Charger Daytona was NASCAR's secret weapon. A muscle car with a massive 23-inch nose cone and a giant rear wing designed to slice through the air like a hot knife through butter. On the track, it was unstoppable. But when Dodge decided to bring this beast to the streets, things got a little complicated. The outrageous nose cone and towering wing weren't just for show. They made parking lots a hazard zone and created some serious blind spots. Drivers reported the wing could block rear visibility, and that nose cone turned tight city driving into a game of don't hit anything. Safety regulators weren't thrilled either. The extreme aero parts didn't exactly meet standard safety regulations, and some states went ahead and banned the sale of the Daytona's street version altogether. So, while it looked like a rocket ready to blast off, the Charger Daytona had to face the reality that not every road was ready for a car that screamed NASCAR domination. It was too wild for driveways, too risky for some streets, and way too cool for its own good. Number 2. The Lotus 49 was a legendary Formula One car, packed with cutting-edge technology and a roaring V8 engine that made race fans swoon. Naturally, some brave souls thought, hey, why not put this F1 beast on the street? Enter the Lotus 49 Street conversion, a wild, rare attempt to bring race car fury to public roads. Sounds awesome, right? Well, not quite. Imagine trying to drive a Formula One car on your daily commute. The noise alone was enough to give neighbors permanent headaches. Emissions? Forget about it. This thing practically blew smoke signals everywhere it went, failing clean air rules in multiple countries. Safety? Let's just say race cars aren't built with potholes and stop signs in mind. The suspension was bone-jarring. The brakes were designed for circuits, not city traffic. And forget about crash safety features. This was pure race car DNA on asphalt. Unsurprisingly, authorities quickly banned these road conversions, reminding everyone that just because you can put an F1 car on the street doesn't mean you should.
Number 1. The Chevrolet Corvair was GM's bold leap into the compact car market during the early 60s. With its rear-engine layout and sleek styling, it was quite the head-turner. But here's the kicker. That rear-engine design gave it some handling quirks that made driving it a white-knuckle experience. The suspension setup wasn't exactly forgiving, and it earned a reputation for being prone to rollovers. Then came Ralph Nader's 1965 book, Unsafe at Any Speed, which put the Corvair under the microscope, calling it out for its dangerous handling and lack of safety features. This book sparked a nationwide controversy and pushed car safety into the spotlight, effectively putting the Corvair on the banned in reputation list. GM scrambled to fix the issues in later models, but the damage was done. The Corvair became the cautionary tale of automotive design gone sideways. A car both loved for its style and infamous for its risk. So, while the Corvair wasn't literally banned by law, it was banned in the court of public opinion, proving that sometimes innovation needs a little more testing before hitting the road.